What's going on, everybody? It's Game Unboxing Reviews here, and welcome to a very different video to what you're used to seeing. So today is actually going to be about a Spider-Man video game. Yes, another Spider-Man video game. Now, this hasn't been confirmed or anything like that, but I figured this was an interesting thing that I found out, and I thought it was worth making a video. Also, please note that the title here, The Spectacular Spider-Man, was just a cool logo that I found online. Obviously, I always put a logo at the beginning of a video, like Lego Batman, Lego Marvel, Jurassic World. But since there isn't one, I had to improvise, and I think this one's pretty cool. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so here it is. So basically what happened was somebody asked Beenox if there's going to be any upcoming Spider-Man games with new swinging mechanics, and they replied with, "We can't talk about our upcoming projects just yet. However, as soon as we have an announcement to make, we will post it here." Now, what I find interesting about this the most is they didn't say no. That's what I always take from this. They did not say no. They probably wouldn't be allowed to say yes, but they didn't say no, and that's what's interesting here. Because if you know Beenox, you'll know they don't really reply as much as you would want them to. You know, they are busy working on other games like Skylanders and things like that, so they don't have the time to reply to every single person. Now, another interesting thing to take from this isn't the first time that they've said this. I looked down at the comments or the tweets, and somebody else asked a similar question about Spider-Man, you know, another Spider-Man game, and they said the same thing. And personally, I believe something is in development. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I think something is going on. I think we're going to get some news maybe at the end of the year. I don't really know. I mean, to be honest with you, if it is a game based on the 2017 Spider-Man movie, then you probably won't hear of news about this game until next year. Probably, I would say, because, you know, 2017 is 2 years away, and of course, you know, they're probably working on it right now, so that gives them 3 years of development, and that is a long time for a Spider-Man game. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a Spider-Man game with that long of a development cycle, and that would be really good, because that allows Beenox to really focus on, you know, what they want this game to be, you know, just to make everything perfect, because I know with The Amazing Spider-Man 2 there was a lot of things they wanted to do but they couldn't do, and because it's a movie tie-in it was just difficult. But if they get 3 years of development, even if it's a movie tie-in game, I think this could be really good. And hey, we don't know if it is a movie tie-in game or not. It could be based on the comics. I mean, Activision, I think, did lose the rights to some properties at Marvel to make games on, but I think they still have Spider-Man movie rights. But now that Marvel and Sony are working together, I think Marvel might be allowed to just say, yeah, if you want to make a game based on the comic books or a cartoon or anything like that, you can do it. I think that's possible, and I'm really excited to see what Beenox might be developing, because unlike most people, I really enjoyed The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and both the game and the film, and I think personally, if Beenox were allowed to make just one more Spider-Man game, I think they'd knock it out of the park. I really do, because I feel that Amazing Spider-Man 1, I could see where they were going. The second one, you have to admit, even if you don't like it, you have to admit they really did listen to what we all asked for. You know, we wanted to see some Peter Parker gameplay, we wanted to see better swinging mechanics, we wanted to see a better combat system, we wanted a lot more costumes. They really did deliver. The only real problem, I think, with Amazing Spider-Man 2 was the hero and menace system. And you know, if there was going to be a third game, they would have completely rid the game of that. You know, that wouldn't be in the game at all, and even if it was, probably would be optional. You know, I really think that's what they would be like. And I think, you know, with this new movie, Spider-Man's going to be much younger, so it's really going to add a lot more variety to the game. I mean, it would be so cool if I could run around the city as Peter Parker. You know, you could, like, just small little details, like being able to go into his backpack and get his phone out and call for a taxi, and then get into a taxi and, you know, it'll take you to destinations and things. It's fun to have, you know, unique features for both aspects of Spider-Man. You know, Spider-Man could swing everywhere, you know, you can do that, but it'd be really cool if you also have the added option to be able to just, you know, get your phone out of your backpack, call for a taxi, get in the taxi, watch the city, you know, while you're in the taxi, and then get to your destination. Little things like that would be really cool. And then, of course, if you ever get bored of that, you could run into an alleyway, change into the Spider-Man costume, and swing away. That is something I've always wanted to see in a Spider-Man game, and I really hope they add, because it's just so cool, you know. I mean, it's all well and good giving Spider-Man multiple costumes, but the fact that being able to change into that costume at any time, that's just a million times better. You know, Lego Marvel really proved how much fun that could be. I mean, I love playing Lego Marvel superheroes, going onto a rooftop as Peter Parker, changing, and then just going down and swinging around. It just feels really cool, and it's exactly the type of thing that I think Beenox should add in the next game. So I really hope they add some sort of I call it the alley feature. You run into an alley and you change your costume. If they could add that in the next game, then that would be extremely cool. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, I really wanted to talk about this because Spider-Man, as you all know, is my favourite superhero. You know, always has been, always will be, and I've always wanted him to get his definitive game. You know, I've always wanted Spider-Man to have the definitive Spider-Man experience. You know, Batman Arkham Knight is coming out this year and it looks absolutely incredible. I've always loved the Arkham games, but this looks like the definitive Batman experience. You can fly around Gotham, you can fight crime, you can drive around the Batmobile, there's tons of different costumes, there's going to be DLC packs, there's playable Red Hood, playable Harley Quinn. I could go on, you know, it's a huge game and I really cannot wait for that game. But really, I also hope Spider-Man gets his similar Arkham game. You know, I really would love to see some sort of trilogy be announced like that, but it's Spider-Man, because Spider-Man has so much history. There's so many things you could do with this character, and I really think Beenox, if they just had a lot of development time, you know, if they're working on it right now, and they have until 2017 to make a good game, then I'll be really happy, because I know with enough development time, they'll be able to make a great Spider-Man game. But let me know what you guys would like to see in the next Spider-Man game. Would you like to see certain costumes, certain abilities? Do you think my Peter Parker ideas are cool? Please let me know, because I'm really interested to see what everyone else would like to see in the next Spider-Man game. Alright guys, so I want to thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for lots more news on LEGO Marvel's Avengers and LEGO Jurassic World. And as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.